In Excel Bits 3 Part 2, I'll show you 2 extra simple functions that can save you hours, and is very useful in multiple scenarios as well. This is a continuation of the previous video, so make sure to check that out as well right here. Let's get right into the video. Now, compared to the first video, the new tasks that were given to us is now much more simpler. So I will no longer split each task into multiple sections since the tasks and the functions does not need much explaining. For this task, we simply need to find the total amount of whole wheat bread that was sold using the SUMIF function. So first, let's go here. Looks like we have to input the value in this specific cell right here. Thankfully, the dude who made this already prepared this spot for us, so thank you. First, we have to obviously type in the formula for SUMIF. After that, for its first argument, let us select the entire bread column. Bread type column to be precise. Now, for the second argument, we will type in whole wheat bread enclosed in double quotation marks. Or we could also select the name of the bread in this cell right here. Let me first delete this. Make sure to make the cell reference absolute using the F4 key on Windows. If you want to know what absolute cell references mean, you can check out this video right here. Now for the third argument, we will select the entire quantity sold column. We'll close up the formula, hit enter, and as we can see here, we managed to sell 2,260 whole wheat bread. It just said wheat bread here, but that's essentially whole wheat bread. Now, to break it down, the first argument here, the range argument specifically, tells SUMIF what to check. After that, using the condition or value you've given SUMIF in its criteria argument, you'll compare if the value of the first argument, the range, will be the same as the criteria's value. Finally, if they are indeed the same, SUMIF will add the value or range you have selected, hold on, right here, to the total. Hence, the function's name, SUMIF, or summarize if. For the second task, we'll use the SUMIF again to see how much white bread was sold for 2022. So first, we'll type in the SUMIF formula in this cell right here. For the range, like before, we will select the entire bread type column. After that, for its criteria, we will select the name of the bread we're looking for in the cell right here and make sure to make it absolute. Finally, we finish things off by selecting the entire quantity sold column for the sum range argument. We close the formula off, hit enter, and it seems that we managed to sell 2,070 pieces of white bread in the year 2022. A pretty even number. Now, like earlier, it first checks all the values in the range we've given it. Comparison sees if it has the same value as our criteria. And if it is, add it to the total. And if you're liking this video so far, make sure to hit the like button down below. It really helps out a ton and really motivates me to upload more content and with higher quality. Our 8th task is also pretty simple. We will just need to use COUNTIF to count how many customers paid using their credit card. So first of all, we will type in the formula for COUNTIF. After that, for its first argument, we simply have to select the entire payment method column, or the column we have to count, and then type in credit card and close in double quotation marks for the criteria. And that's basically it. This is even simpler than SUMIF. The first argument basically tells COUNTIF what to check, and then sees if it is the same with the criteria value. If it is, then it is counted. Just from the name of the function itself, it basically means to count if value is equal to something. Just like our previous task, the ninth task, it's also pretty simple. We have to use our COUNTIF. We have to use the COUNTIF function again, but this time to count how many customers used cash as their payment method. So we will first type in the formula for COUNTIF once again. For the range argument, we will select the entire payment method column, and for the criteria argument, we will just type in cash. Or what we could also do, is select the cell right here that has the value, that has the text cash in it, and then make this an absolute cell reference, close this off, and it will also work the same as if we do it the hard code way. Oops. But it's most of the time, it's much safer to do it like this. So as you can see, there are currently 356 customers who have paid using cash. And you can check out the first part of this video right here. Once again, this was Minimalism XL, and I hope to see you next time.